mana gị bụ kachara n'edo. Ọ dịghị onye gị na ya na-achị. Hi, I am K-God. I'd like to share with you in this video 3 important things that I feel is necessary and important for you as a human to also begin to inculcate in your day-to-day life, because I find them to be very important as far as human living or human life is concerned. I don't know if you have ever tried journaling. Do you know what journaling actually is? Yes, journaling. Like trying to jot things down. You know how you go for programs and events and you go along with some kind of jotters just to pen down some of the important things that might be interesting to you that the speaker or speakers must have spoken about. Yes, I know a lot of us do that sometimes, but what I don't think you must have tried is the aspect of journaling when your heart is heavy. I mean, when you are angry, when you are provoked, when you are confused, and you are in dilemma, you don't know what to do. You needed to talk to somebody, or you just needed to ease off. If you have tried, or if you have not tried journaling while you are angry, while your heart is heavy, while you are emotionally down, that is why this video is coming to you. I need you to try it. So a while ago, some few years back, I was in a dilemma. My heart was heavy because I've been offended. I've been wronged by the ones I love. So it hurted me so much. My heart was bleeding, was broken. I don't think I have ever been hurted like that before, even though I had to talk about it almost every time that my heart becomes heavy with my partner, but I still find myself hurting until one of these days it feels that my head was so full. I didn't know what to do. I needed to talk, like something was blocking my heart. That's the way I felt, like I'm about to burst, but I didn't want to burst out. I just needed to talk, but the people that offended me are not even around me. So I remembered I had listened to somebody talk about journaling. And for the first time, I picked up my pen and I picked up my paper. Was it a paper? Yes, I remember. I just wrote on a piece of paper where I had written some topics of importance, and I started writing. And that made me feel a whole lot better at the end of the day. Because to me, as I was writing with that pain, with that anger, with the heaviness of my heart, I felt like I was with those people that have wronged me. I felt we were together. I felt I was in their midst, and I was telling them how they have hurted me. I was telling them how I felt. I was telling them how it's unfair for them to treat me the way they treat me. And at the end of the day, I felt some freshness, some fresh air. And as if that wasn't really enough as I was feeling, I picked up my phone again and I fixed it on my recorder and I began to speak. You know how you can just put on your recorder, you want to record some songs, or you want to record your voicing. That was another thing I did. But halfway into my recording, I get to understand and discover that I was hale and hearty. I felt much better while I was journaling. So I paused the recording and I deleted it. So that way, I sat down and I'm like, wow, I never knew that this can actually work like this. So, are you feeling heavy? Have you been hurted? Are you confused? Are you emotionally down? Have you tried journaling? Try it. It's very important. It doesn't matter whether you are going to scrabble on that paper or on that notebook for a long time and you keep, you know, pulling it out, tearing it into pieces, and continue writing. You are going to feel much better instead of you harboring those hurts in your heart. Yes, you must have spoken to one or two persons, but you still didn't feel better. Try journaling. And I hope this helps you just the way it has helped me. So, beside journaling down the things you want to do, the things you appreciate, some of the life events that have happened to you, you can also journal to make your heaviness of heart calm and your emotions taken care of. So, another thing I want to share with you is the importance of self dignity, self worth, self respect, self esteem. I remember while growing up in my teenage age into my early adolescence age, I had that word for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. I read through the Bible in the book of Proverbs where it was talking about uh, good name is better than money, right? So it was talking about integrity, and I imbibed that in me. And I remember having that as my watchword for a long number of years. And I remember each time somebody or some group of persons who want me to do something that is contrary, I will always tell them, I respect, I have a prestige, I have self esteem. I prefer to be me than to do that you want me to do because it's going to affect my self esteem. So, a lot of people don't have what is called self-respect or self-regard or self-worth. And so because of that, you tend to take everything and anything. I mean, anything and everything goes for you. When they say go to the left, you run to the left. When they say run to the right, you run to the right. When they say it's front, you go back. You are just confused. Yes. I mean, when you don't have self-respect, you are confused because you are left at the mercies of anybody, everybody, anywhere. And that doesn't speak good of you. Self worth, self dignity. What do you want? What do you stand for? That is what it means. What do you stand for? What will people remember you for? What do people know you for? I mean, is it, how are they going to describe you? Oh no, you are looking for somebody that will do a dirty job. Meet that person. Oh, you are looking for somebody to take to a certain place. Ah no, just approach him, approach her. She will go. He will go anywhere. You're looking for somebody to do so things that are, I mean, things that are wordless. Just call on this person and it will go. It has a way, I mean, it seeps in even to our faith, your faith. So when you don't have self-respect, you don't have prestige, you don't have dignity, it's also difficult for you to stand in what you believe. So you move to the left and to the right because you don't have that dignity, you don't have that prestige, you don't know what it means to be by yourself. And when you say yes, your yes remains yes. When they say, oh, it's happening there, you want to run to that place. And by the time you get there, you are disappointed. Yet you did not learn. You have not learned anything. The next time it is happening the other place, you are the first person to get there. They eat your money. They give you false hope. They give you false prophecies. They give you false prescriptions. You keep doing them. And your problems keep increasing every now and then. And you keep asking yourself, but why am I not getting solution? That is because you have involved yourself into so many things as a result of the fact that you do not know what you're worth. Because you do not know what you're worth, you don't also know what you want and what you need part time. So everything and anything goes. Do you know that by following every trend, every faith, every program, you are subjecting your spirit, soul, and body to different authorities that gives you confusion? That is why each and every one of us are from a root, our parents. So when you are being parented by too many people, you are confused. There is an adage that said that any flock of hearts that is dependent upon too many people to feed them, those flock of hearts dies. But when it is a specification that it is this person that mans these flocks, you see that they are healthy. Because when everybody is supposed to do something, at the end of the day, nobody does it. That is what not having self-dignity will do to you or does to people. So stop running from here to there, seeking solutions where there are no solutions. That probably may be the reason why you are still where you are. And the next and final point I want to talk to you about is debt, living a debt-free life, which I will call debt bondage. This is just like the inability of a human to live a very free life as a result of unpaid debt that you must have accumulated. For what? A lot of people go into borrowing money just to pay their children's school fees. A lot of people go into borrowing money just to buy the trendy clothes, to buy the trendy car, to live in the trendy houses, to things that are of low importance. To you, they may be something, but think about how indebted you are. As you are borrowing 150,000, you are borrowing 500,000 to pay back in the next 3 months. Do you know you are not working for yourself? You are enslaved. You are under slavery that you have fixed yourself because you are working to pay back that which you have collected. So you spend the whole of your strength working for another man, working for another woman, just because you are indebted by your own hands. Imagine borrowing 500,000 and in return, what you are paying back is 700,000. Does that even make any sense? Why don't you cut down on those things that are not important so that you can meet up with the things that are important, like paying the children's school fees, like buying food stuff in the house, and doing other small, small things that are more important? So a lot of time, a lot of us tend to attend to our wants rather than our needs. And that makes us to go into debt. And debt enslaves you. And debt makes you to waste the whole of your strength working for another man because you have not been able to pay up. Paying 700,000 in place of 500,000 that you have borrowed. Does it even make sense? It doesn't make sense. But if you can curtail your appetite and you are able to save, you find out that in no time you'll be able to save such amounts, even 3 times over. And by the time you make use of what you needed, the amount you needed, you see that you have surplus for yourself instead of borrowing 400 and paying 700,000. So take yourself out of debt bondage today by helping yourself to do savings. Savings, you don't do it in the bank alone. There is this thing called piggy bank. You can use any of the containers you have used at home, seal it up. It's all about self-discipline. I mean, you seal it up, open a particular hole. Just drop to 200, 500, 100 naira as your hand can carry. Just see it as money that you just throw somewhere. Don't even think about it. I mean, tell yourself, I want to do this for 6 months. I want to do this for 1 year. I want to do this for 3 months, depending. And at the end of your set time, you will see what you have recovered, what you have been able to achieve compared to enslaving yourself to debt as a result of your want. I just hope that this helps. And so I remain okay, God. I love you. See you in another. Bye.